This is working really well. So we can't hear you very well right now because you're on the internal speakers, but we'll put you on the big speakers very shortly.
Okay, Lassina provided the beer again, and I'm getting mine open for me. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Okay. No.
Oh, you haven't opened it. There you go.
Of course. This iChat feature.
Yeah.
You can put the background.
They both look cool in their headphones.
Yes.
But can they see us?
They can't see us.
No. Why is Joe wearing a polar neck?
Okay.
Must be cold in California.
So. Oh, it should be. We're in trouble. It should be. Okay. They can hear us fine. Yes, we can't hear them. Okay. Can you sort this out? Let's start getting.
Let's try. Well, look, his head is a blue screen.
Oh yeah. He's got half a head. Okay.
They're coming over with a unity on there.
Should I try to call you again? Talk better quality.
Do it over the USB or over the mini
Yeah.
jack?
Yeah. I'll hang up. Or I'll call you back.
I'll start. Great. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Yeehaw!
I'm not sure how much warm-up I actually need. We've got a few technical difficulties right now that we're trying to sort out. As you can see, my people like running around like crazy down here. But we're confident we're going to get going pretty soon. Okay, so first of all, podcast. Normally, we got some sound. Normally we're audio only, so we tend to do everything like that. This means that when we ask you questions and stuff, holding your hands up doesn't really help. You've got to make noise. So the first thing I'm going to ask you all to do is turn to the people next to you and say, "Hi, I'm your name. And I want you to make as much noise as possible during this podcast." Okay, do it now. Everybody do it now.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I want you...
Hi!
My name's Peter.
My name is Kai. Hey!
Okay, so now you have, everyone in the room now has permission to make as much noise as they want to during this this recording, so that's really good. So we're going to get going in just a second here. Let's see, what have we got? We've got a bunch of stuff today. Devoxx. How awesome! How awesome! Can they see us and can we hear them? You guys?
Say something, guys.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
There we go. Now we have audio.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Okay.
We have a huge lag though. The lag's long.
It's amazing that the lag is so long because we're both in Antwerp. We just couldn't find Metropolis. As you can see, I'm broadcasting from the train station.
Joe, there's something wrong with your All right, so let's see. Who knows what the JavaPosse is? Who listens to the podcast? Okay.
Yeah! Java.
Audio. So awesome. I think we're going to have a little bit of a sing-song here. Let's see if I can bring it up here really quick. Nothing like being prepared, is there? Okay, let's see. We lose Tor and Joe just for a second, but everybody ready? Okay. Java.
Java. Java, Java, jing, jing, jing.
Java.
Java. Java, Java, jing, jing, jing. It's not a cup of coffee, but it's hot as can be. Came pouring through the gates on a Big Mac nearly. Sing Java. Java. Java, Java, jing, jing, jing. Yeah!
Okay, so hello and welcome to JavaPosse episode 221. So, guys, you can't see me. You guys,
Good morning.
there you go. You guys are meant to say hi, I am at this point. It's not like we haven't done this for like 221 episodes now.
Normally we don't have video, so we can't see each other.
Okay, so I guess I'll go first. All right. Hi, I'm Dick Wolf from Navigenics.
I'm Carl Quinn from Google.
I'm Joe Nuxall from Navigenics.
And I'm Tor Norby from Sun Microsystems.
Okay. So, Joe, you're up first.
Okay, keep in mind there's a significant lag, so you'll have to bear with me. So, as always, our intent here is to try to capture the zeitgeist of the Java world. So, you're going to need to make some noise to indicate you're agreeing with each one of these items. So, we're going to start with a survey. I'm going to list off a set of things. Actually, I have this lag, so I hear myself say what I said a few seconds ago, and it's going to confuse the heck out of me. And it's like 6 a.m. Tor, do you have cards? Tor, do you have cards for the first set?
Only for the answers. I have for all of them, but
So we're going on
Okay, cool.
this one.
Okay, so Tor is going to hold up a card that shows the thing.
I have the answers.
I don't know, can you guys?
Oh, yeah, we can see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's quite a big
Fair
screen.
You're like 30 feet tall.
Yeah.
Your head.
Excellent. All right. So this is the list of languages for the Java platform. And, oh man, this lag is going to kill me. I'm going to fight it. And as I list each one of these things off, you got to cheer for how much support you give it. And for things you have less support for, less loud. Things you have more support for, more loud. Okay, so the first item, as you can see, give me Java just like it is, no changes.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty insipid, man.
Yeah.
Interesting, okay. Next one, Java 7, baby. I want it. I want it now.
Yeah!
Next one, Quinti Venti Latte, Java.next. So closures with properties and events and extreme makeover.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay. How about Java FX?
Yeah!
Scala?
Yeah!
Wait, Tor and Dick, I didn't hear you guys freaking out there, or Carl and
Subtle woo there. I was trying to pass it off
Okay.
to somebody else.
Dick. Next up is Groovy.
Yeah!
How about J Ruby?
I wonder if Thomas and Charles are here. Hey guys, I don't take it personally.
I think there's a Ruby talk next door, and they're all over there.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right, hey Tor, you're getting ahead, so try to stay with and not ahead. Next one is Jython.
Wow. Okay. The Jython talks to that side.
All right, next one is Clojure with the J.
Okay, we're going to pick this back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a lot of people, perhaps people don't know about that.
Yeah, some of these are a little more.
Next one is Fan.
We got some fan.
And
Okay. Okay, next up, Jalgal.
What?
Make this up or is this real? You never know.
All right.
300 languages now.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, so binary J0110010110110. All right, so next is yell out your favorite. Groovy. Okay, a lot of
Java done next.
Java up next. There was a lone voice at the end there.
excellent.
Java up next.
Thank you, Vanator. Good job with the cards.
Excellent.
Oh, my arms are killing me.
Yeah, they're used to being out in front of you on the keyboard, aren't they?
Okay.
Okay, next one.
Next one is you, Tor.
You're up, Tor.
We seem to have lost Tor to
He's
the
coming
pixels.
again, Tor.
Tor's been taken over
Tor
by
went
the
to
pixel
a
monster.
ground sound.
Okay, Tor.
Heavy ground sound, Tor, no audio.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take the next one, and I'll swap with Tor if he can get it right. We'll see what we can do. Okay. So, next one, informal noise survey number 2, reactions to the keynote on Java. So, this is Java 7, sorry, this morning's one. I assume everybody was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, so, first one, do it. Do it now, do it like Mark said. Can we do it before 2010? Let's do that. Leroy Jenkins! Okay. I thought there would be more. I was very excited. Okay. Almost there. Needs some changes. Will it ever be done?
Yeah.
No changes. Okay.
Okay.
No. I want closures, reify generics, everything.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next one? Java profiles. They rock. Yeah. Java profiles suck. Okay, good. JSR 296 is still alive. Apparently not 295 though. And JSR 277, I'm not dead yet. Well, yes, actually probably I am. Oh, there's one here there.
One more. IO2. It's the best thing ever. But big kudos to Alan Bateman, who's the spec lead. He's done like 99% of the work on that. So.
Have we got Tor with audio again?
No, I'm just hearing a loud ground sound. You try mute or unplug and plug your mic, Tor.
I think it might be us. We can hear a slight buzzing here.
Hey, but Joe's fine.
No, it happened when Tor plugged in, and then when he unplugged, it goes away. So I think there's something wrong with the headphones.
Should we
Can you
next
hear
one?
us,
Want to
Tor?
do the next one?
Just nod. We can't hear you, we just hear
And he's
ground.
coding. You can see it in the background there. He's coding right now. The noise is his brain working. Yeah.
It's just keys. That white noise, just the speed of keys going.
All right.
Okay, so informal survey number 3. Biggest impact on your life from Devoxx 08. Is it Java FX? Yay! Okay. Is it Java 7? Okay. All the languages, great and small.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. The whiteboards.
Yeah.
The voice of the people there. How much we really rely on the internet.
Yeah.
How much we scream when the Wi-Fi isn't
Yeah.
working. Realizing you can never be too geeky. Okay.
Whoever you are, there's someone here that's more geeky than you are.
Yeah.
I promise you.
We should have a contest. There's got to be one geekiest.
Geekiest of the
Yeah.
geeks.
JavaPosse, episode 221 live.
Well, hang on there. We've got a couple
The
more.
next one, Belgian beer.
The JavaPosse, almost as good as Belgian beer.
Yeah. Pretty close. I don't know.
Yeah.
The persistent rumors that Stefan is seeing Duke secretly.
Well, there are now.
There are now.
Actually, it's not that secret of a rumor. I have photos.
So should we give about the shout out for the beer?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Atlassian, once again. Official, unofficial, official beer sponsors.
I hope that people haven't thrown their bottles away already. There's one bottle that's marked with a blue sticker on it. That's not the big Atlassian sticker, but I think it's a little round blue sticker. Whoever has that bottle can take it back to the Atlassian booth for free license for Clover.
He saw you could put the sign down now, mate, if your arms are getting tired.
Source coding.
Okay.
Okay. Joe, do you want to take the next one, or have we got audio for Tor again?
No, we have loud ground cymbal sound.
Tor, I'm sorry. You can look pretty.
Go get yourself one of these, Tor. Go get yourself in jail.
All right, so the next one
Go to
up.
the bar.
Do you want to do this one, Joe?
Yeah, Joe should do that.
The news? Yeah, sure.
No, the informal survey number 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay, Portal Silver number 4. The best thing about Devoxx 08. And this is really appropriate for me to say since I'm there live right now in a bar right down the street. So the first thing is Antwerp. All right, how about the Metropolis? Comfy seating, big screens, and we know you're all asleep.
Yay!
All right, how about Stefan, Valerie, and the rest of the team?
Yeah!
All right, next, the university sessions.
Yeah!
How about the technical sessions?
Yeah!
That's good. How about the BOFs?
All right.
Hey, is this a BOF or a technical session?
This
This
is
is highly technical.
Yeah. You can't
This is
tell.
This
technical?
goes right to the heart of the Java community.
Tor's actually giving us a walkthrough of his coding efforts this morning,
Yeah.
the background of his video there. We're doing a massive code review.
All right, the next item. This is a good one. The hallway conversations.
Yeah!
How about Quack? Quack.
Maybe people don't all know what quack is.
Okay, I don't even.
Anybody get quacked while they were here? Apparently it's where the beer bubbles up into your face by accident because of the shape of the glass. No? It almost happened to me the other night.
Big
I
hole
escaped.
on the bottom.
I just escaped. Okay.
Okay.
There's a
Different part.
There we go. Yeah. I don't even know what this is necessarily, but I'm going to try it. How about the Trappist? West Palm. West Palm. And the top quadruple.
Yes.
What's that?
I think from this we glean that Quack is the lightweight beer.
Yeah, Quack is probably the tourist beer, I guess.
Yeah. We fell for the marketing campaign of the funny shaped glasses, didn't we?
My favorite is the
Gotcha.
double.
Oh, so those are beers.
Nice brown ale. Yes, they are, Joe.
All right.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Delicious.
So Tor, if you do get to any point where your audio works again, just yell and we'll re-include you. Otherwise, we're going to keep going and see how we do. All right. So news.
Oh, me, news?
We really rehearsed for this. Hours.
It's all screwed up
Hours and
now.
hours. Yeah.
Okay. So, while we're going over this, if you have something to say, we're just going to go over some news items.
Yep. We have a microphone at the front here. Somewhere over. Oh yeah,
Up there. Sort of
The gentleman holding the
access points up
the
there.
microphone there. We would really like it if you would join in with us, please. So definitely get involved. Okay. So anyway, right.
And a lot of the news is for people listening to the podcast too, so.
Yeah, we'll keep it short for you guys.
Verbalize
But,
everything.
quite a lot's happened this week. Funny enough,
Yeah.
in the
So-
South world.
So the new name for old JavaPosse is now Devoxx.
Yep.
So, yep. And whatever the reason, this indicates a changing time. So I think this is sort of also reflects the expansion of the Java ecosystem. Multiple languages, multiple everything, right? So it's maybe a good thing after all.
Yeah. So yes, okay, so some quick news. Java 6 Update 11, 20 million downloads already. The new push update is working apparently, so that's good. 14 bug fixes, including some security ones, so definitely please update. Java 6 Update 10 has 60 million installs already, so that's very encouraging. And also, this is the coming out party for JavaFX, really, let's face it. It came out last week. We've actually been on the road ever since then, so we're a little bit behind on it, catching up with the news as quickly as possible. But obviously, Devoxx, I think one of the things that's really become apparent about Devoxx in these last couple of years is that big announcements are being made here. They're getting really good speakers, they're getting the big announcements. This is obviously a really happening conference. There's a lot less fluff in this one. Yeah. Not that fluff isn't bad. There's appropriate places for fluff, but it's nice to have a nice and meaty conference. The keynote had code in it, and it had a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger's pecs as well. Where else would you see that in a keynote? Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe you would. Probably somewhere. Yeah, quite possibly. All right. So also, the multiple languages have definitely arrived. One of the things that really struck me about this is I'm seeing examples in just about all sessions that are not in Java. I'm seeing examples that are in Java, obviously, but I'm also seeing a lot of stuff, Scala being used in examples. It's a lot of mixing too. So Java with this, and Java with that, and that with this. Anyone who went to the JAX-RS Glassfish intro yesterday would have seen a JAX-RS example running in Scala, which was pretty awesome. You combine the two of those. JAX-RS is a really nice API, and you combine it with Scala, you get a very, very small, compact way of defining RESTful web services and stuff like that, so that was really cool. And Groovy testing, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm just going to check in and see if Tor's got audio, but I don't think
so. We're troubleshooting right now via iChat.
Okay, maybe I'll take Tor's for now and fill in, and then we can hopefully get back to Tor later. So, okay, Devoxx, bigger and better than ever. 160 speakers this year, I think they said. If you can get to this conference, people listening at home, obviously people here can, you really should. It's awesome. So it's really, really good. Come out for it. Stefan said there's now enough for an entire year of material on parlays.com. So that's really good. So if you can't get to it, go to parlays.com.
How many hours worth of audio, video? It's actually audio and video on Parlays, right?
Right.
Text and slides.
Right. Slides will be available in January, and all talks will be available in 2009 for free. Okay, so now, Joe, I know you went to the JavaFX launch event in Silicon Valley, so can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, actually it was really cool. A little bit of setup. It was up in San Francisco, arrival time at 5 p.m. The event started at 6 p.m. And they walked you in. A guy whose name I should know, but I'm really bad at names. I think he's the architect of Client Java. Took a picture of me and sent it out via his Twitter. And then he turned me and sent me into the bar where they started serving us shots. So that was kind of the attitude of the place.
They were greasing you up first then, basically.
Yeah, it was good. So I got a bear hug from Octavian, so that was good. Though all my ribs are intact, which is good.
Yeah, he's getting old and weak now, I think.
And then, I think he's getting softer in his presentation as he moves up the executive chain at Sun. But it was a really good event. Eventually they brought us all, sat us down. Jonathan Schwartz started the talk and went through sort of the market opportunity for JavaFX and what it was and what it was intended to do. And I mean, it was what you had expected to see. They want to revitalize desktop Java. They want to take a real shot at, he didn't ever say it, but competing with other RA platforms. I mean, basically, they're trying to go compete with Flash and Flex, which, frankly, from a technology perspective, I think they will be able to do over time. There's a lot of glitches now, but it was pretty damn good. It's very impressive. It's a good piece of technology, and it seems like a very good way to do desktop user interface. It's been designed right out of the gate as something that is the exact same programming model for desktop, for web, and for mobile. All for user interface. And the fact that the model's really, it's basically exactly the same model across the whole thing is a lot more like what our competitors are doing, or what the platform competitors are doing. And I think it's going to be huge. It's a 1.0, so it has some glitches, it's got things they have to fix, but they know what those are. I spent some time with some of the demo pod guys going through detail of how they built their thing. Not necessarily the syntax of the code, but I understand it's got properties and events and done correctly, so good stuff.
They put those in just for you, Joe. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were going to ask your opinion on those, actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly what the syntax looks like, but if it's real properties and events, the syntax is, nothing. You just say whatever dot property name and set it.
That's it.
Hopefully it's nice and simple.
Cool.
But it was very, very impressive. The demos they showed were really amazing, and when I got into the conversations with the guys on how they built them, it's very much like you're writing Flex or Flash stuff with full access to all your Java libraries directly behind the scenes. So it's pretty awesome.
So we got to do an interview with the JavaFX team yesterday, shortly before we did. I should send out a shout out to Chet right now, because we interviewed him yesterday as well. And he went through considerable self-sacrifice to be here today. So Chet, I think you should stand up and take a bow now. He wanted a shout out as well specifically, so hopefully that was good. But yeah, we talked to the JavaFX guys yesterday and got a pretty good interview. We busted them on the... so how many of you guys know that the server went down, the JavaFX server went down the day it was launched?
The website is down.
They talked about that at the launch
Hands
event.
don't work on the audio. Okay, so there was quite a few people.
How many of you were happy about it going down?
So yeah, we kind of busted them on that. To hear the answer, you'll have to hear the interview because I'm not going to spoil it. But it was I think they kind of handled it. I mean, we kind of asked them a very direct question on that one. But yeah,
so you're gonna love this. That it was a talk that was going around during the launch event. Apparently, this is terrible. It wasn't a load issue. It was a software authoring issue. Like there was a bug in the thing that made stuff go down. It wasn't because of load. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But not a bug in anything JavaFX, right? Just somebody configured the server.
Yeah. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with JavaFX.
I think it was something to do with
the website.
Yeah, running an experimental version of Glassfish or something.
No. It's an EE problem, not a desktop.
And all I would say is,
it was FX was perfect for the launch.
Yeah. So all I would say is, if anyone here hasn't ever cut a corner on a launch, then stand up now or make a noise.
Something always goes wrong.
You notice
How bad it is.
You notice I didn't make any noise either. So anyway, Carl got hold of it and coded up a quick demo.
Yeah, it was fun playing with it. I didn't even read any documentation. I just took a sample and started hacking onto it.
Yeah, and then actually, funny enough, Josh Marinacci took his sample and added an accelerometer library that he's been working on to it. So you can move the laptop around and stuff would happen on the screen from the accelerometer. So that was pretty good. Anyway, okay, so JavaFX. Anything else you guys cover on? You guys want to cover on that?
I'm actually think it's going to be awesome.
Cool.
I really do. I mean, I was very skeptical. I don't know if you guys listen to the podcast, I've definitely said some things about FX and its chances based on the business position that Sun's in. But I think from a technology perspective, they've pretty much nailed what they need to do, and now it's a matter of getting companies to make compelling demos, which will, get it to catch on and start being used in different places. I actually believe it is the future of desktop Java. Anybody that's doing swing stuff now, go learn JavaFX because it'll be easier to build things and they'll be way the heck more impressive.
It might take you an hour.
And it might take an hour instead of a week. other detail, though, I talked to Richard Baer quite a bit. I'm not sure if he's at Devoxx.
He's here somewhere, or he was at least. Yep.
Okay. Hi, Richard. So go bug Richard about a widget toolkit that he should be working really hard on to have a standard set of widgets for doing database access and all the things you'd expect in desktop Java.
If you see him
I
walking around
that
drinking
will
beer,
be the real
totally
motion.
good to get to work.
Yeah.
Now, see, he doesn't drink beer, so that's very unlikely.
Oh yes, that's true.
We saw him, actually, I'm going to give away, we saw him in the speaker room 5 minutes before 2, I think it was.
Or his 2 o'clock.
For his 2 o'clock talk, looking very, very harassed. He's like, I got to finish my slides. They're not ready.
So he's going to be an important figure because I think most of the people that have been focusing on JavaFX are thinking Flash, neat graphics, fun stuff. Richard's thinking this will be real when it has a real widget toolkit that people can use in a standardized fashion that does database connectivity and all the stuff it needs to. That's when it'll really supplant desktop stuff.
I think they're really expecting the enterprise to pick it up. So people building enterprise apps want apps that look good too.
So just to see who's awake now.
Right, but there's no standard widget toolkit.
Right, so that's why they definitely need that kind of thing. Yeah.
Who agrees that it needs a kind of a standardized way of building UIs?
Yeah!
And who doesn't? Who thinks it's perfect right now?
How many people would consider using JavaFX to build enterprise apps?
Yes! Component user interface guide.
Component user interface guide, I think that was. So, yeah. Okay. So the other big news.
Tor wanted me to inject something, so I'll speak for him. It's very important that JavaFX has awesome tooling.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So you know what? Effectively now, Tor has a Joe voice synthesizer. You can do text to speech.
Yeah.
You have to sound like a robot.
Just put your I am in quotes, Tor. I'll say it for you.
Yeah. You have to put the Norwegian accent in.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, so the other big
Swedish,
news.
right?
Yes. Swedish.
Other huge news this morning is that Java 7, no longer dead, no longer on ICU, whatever it was on. It's back. We have some details now, and I think, just going through very, very quick kind of list of things. So there's Project Jigsaw, which is the modularity. From what I've been able to gather so far, JSR 277 is gone. It's dead. I think possibly we could have seen this coming. Stanley Ho left Sun a few weeks back. I really should have connected the dots at that point, and I guess I didn't. But yes, that suddenly, that kind of falls into place, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it just got started on the wrong foot maybe in the old days of the process, and it had a lot of criticism.
I'm going to throw another one out there. Anyone who's never had a failed project, make a noise now. Notice I didn't make a noise either. Okay, so anyway, OSGI didn't quite do what they wanted, so there is some kind of lightweight alternative that's going to be put in place that has the features that are needed. It will work with OSGI, it will work with 294, which is still going.
The 294 is kind of the language side, the syntax, super packages.
Right. I'm guessing you guys probably haven't heard a lot of this because it happened like midnight for you or something. So maybe. No? Joe?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. So this is a good chance to update you and the rest of the people listening to the podcast. Okay, so we also have some suggested ways forward for the features. So we've got JSR 292, which is the dynamic languages support.
Yeah!
More new I/O APIs.
203.
Yeah. Small language changes. I'm excited about these. Things like safe rethrow using final. Yeah. NLD reference expressions.
Multi-cache, right?
Yeah, multi-cache.
Yeah!
Okay, I actually really like the NLD reference one. I've got code that has sometimes 10 lines of if this isn't null, then you can go on to the next bit. And I was thinking that with this one, you can on one line you can do that plus a ternary operator. You can get the value or a default value on one line. Now that will be awesome for a lot of stuff. What else was there? Oh yeah, you can make more suggestions on Joe Darcy's blog, which is blogs.sun.com/Darcy. So anyway, you want to pick up?
And for the people here, there's the whiteboard. I don't know if you voted
Oh, yeah.
and it scored or ranked your favorite features, but
Yeah.
I think Alex was interested in getting that feedback, and Stephen.
They said they wanted 100 votes on there to be statistically significant, so hopefully there are now. I haven't
I bet it's
looked,
full.
but maybe, hopefully, that'll be really good.
Okay.
It's a good way. And for people listening elsewhere, then Joe Darcy's blog or Mark Reinhold is also going to set up something that you can make suggestions on. So
GSR 296, which was the Swing application framework.
Yep, still
So
alive.
rumors of its demise have been greatly exaggerated. It's been life has been breathed into it.
Yep.
Okay. The full report of the 6U10 features. So it looks like a lot of the stuff they've done for 6U10, you know, the desktop integration stuff and the performance things and all the fixes will be forward ported, I guess. Right? They're not backported, forward port, and forward and over to the right a little bit.
Yeah. So this is making sure that we've got all those cool things in the next version of Java now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Quick start, plug
forking
in.
it.
Yeah,
It's forked.
yeah, we gotta unfork it.
It got all forked up somehow.
Pick up some.
Actually, Joe, why don't you take a few now? You look bored.
You know what's funny? I was looking at the document for this, and I'm noticing we missed a whole bunch of really important stuff about JavaFX.
Oh, okay.
There's no whole segment about tooling. It wasn't just Tor wants tooling. There's actually a section here to say.
Oh, that's right.
The whole paragraph that talks about Tor wanting tooling.
Yeah. So maybe
You want to jump
So-
in? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll come back to that.
Okay. So we were going to mention the tools that were delivered with the first release, which was all the support in NetBeans for JavaFX, which is really good. I mean, code completion and all that. It's very nice to find the documentation directly. Production Suite, which lets you get at the the resources created by the Adobe tools, so Illustrator, Photoshop. And we hear rumors of a designer tool coming out.
Yeah. So, who's excited about the tooling right now?
Yeah!
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I think the production suite is the right way to go, personally. I think getting stuff in there that designers can use right now is a pretty good way of doing it.
Yeah, I think that's a huge bang for the buck for the amount of time they were in the benefit they can get from that.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the Java 7 stuff.
Does Tori have anything else to say?
I think he's still silent. He's got the Joe text to
Yeah.
speech
So
simulator
Tor
running.
silent.
Did you say yeah?
He's a teller from Penn and Teller.
So Joe, do you want to go through the rest of the language features really quick, and then we'll get on to questions?
Sure. Which one were we on so that I can make sure I pick up the right spot?
Smaller stuff, I think. SCTP. I don't know if these guys want to go through this. You know what? We could just go through this on the podcast in the future.
Okay.
These guys. This
Okay.
is all
Smaller
so
stuff.
yeah. We got 20 minutes left. Let's get some interactivity going. So who wants to ask something or say something? It's your chance to be heard by literally dozens of people. No, it's more than that.
Dozens of dozens.
Yeah.
Hi. I was wondering why do you play this? Why do you think that the modularity part is not that important? Always when this jigsaw comes up or GI comes up, it's just like a 10-second note, and then you just drop it off. And you talk about tools and all these fancy UI things. What about the modularity? I mean, this is so important, guys.
I know, but there must have been at least a dozen podcasts where I rant on and on about, dividing up and reorganizing the JREs so that pieces could be delivered to smaller platforms. And I think this is exactly what we've been wanting. So
I think
I've got to say for Tor, he's sent me like 10 IMs in all capitals right now, wishing he could start talking. So he says, I want to talk about this. It's a huge effing deal. I'm supposed to talk about this. F. If I missed a couple of those. Tor has really strong feelings about this.
Yeah, so I guess we'll have to pick it up on the next podcast.
But I think this is the biggest thing that's happening here at Devoxx. And I think it's huge for Java because this really will set, the groundwork for Java going forward after 7. I think it's important to get modularity out. It's so important that I think postponing some of the big things that we do want, like closures, and some people might want those, or other big features, that we need to get 7 out with the modules so that we can then build on top of that.
Yeah. So case, I learned from an early age that it's better, if you don't know something, it's better to remain quiet and appear wise than open your mouth and appear a fool. So it's one of those things that I want to learn a bit more about before we dive into it too greatly. And another thing for me personally was that the JSR 2727 and OSGI mess was like just totally a negative thing. I saw it doing just harm all over the place to the community. There was really bad feeling going on. And I just didn't want to get involved in that scene. I thought it was pretty bad. Now that things seem to be moving past that, I think absolutely we'll try and concentrate on it more.
Yeah, and hopefully there'll be more conversation between the camps, right, as you would say.
Yeah, I'm kind of a hippie, I think.
So guys,
kind of a hippie, yeah.
Tor's got a little bit of stuff he wants to say about this, so I'm just going to channel him.
Okay. It's a really good effect with your hat, like half your head missing as well.
We'll do it in the next podcast. Well, that's what he was thinking. Okay.
All right.
I thought he did it, and then what came through was, nah, we'll do it in the next podcast.
Okay. Okay. We'll definitely pick this up, you guys. It has been noted. Anything else? Yeah.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Is it just me, or did everyone miss the part where Mark was talking about the possibility of breaking backward compatibility?
No, actually, we had that in there. So when I said we'll move on,
is this like a big deal, or?
I think it's a huge deal, actually. What do you think?
Well, I think it's kind of related to the module. So if you look at a Java JRE platform that's out there that's got modules in it, it makes it much easier to rev or add additional pieces on it. So that you don't necessarily have to have exactly the same 14 megabytes on everybody's machine. So maybe that's what he's alluding to, is maybe vendor-specific pieces that are added on, or that can be deployed with your app, or made available through.
I don't think he was actually thinking of that. I think he was actually thinking that we're going to put something in there that's actually going to make it impossible for, that's really going to break backward compatibility. And if you think about it, there's really not an application that's been around this long that hasn't done it at least once.
Okay, yeah. Python does a good job of sort of reinventing itself every once in a while. So maybe that's what he's thinking is, you've got Java 7, that's sort of the last Java that will be compatible with everything you've written up till now. Maybe Java 8 will be not being compatible.
I know that this is a really divisive issue. So who here thinks that Java should remain compatible all the way back to like Java 1.0, 1.1? Make a noise. Maybe it's not as divisive as I thought it was. Wow. Okay, so who thinks that we should just drop the bad stuff? We should start decluttering. We should start cleaning house.
Yeah! I think that's what the modules can buy. So maybe if you're going out on Java 8, Java 9, and you need some old property library that's just part of your app and you can't replace it, you can get a module that will adapt it.
I'm going to have to seriously readjust some of the mailing lists I'm on right now, because I've been getting like total mixed signals on this stuff forever. So
Tor says with modules, it doesn't have to be an either or.
Right, I think that was kind of the idea, but it would be really nice to clean some of this junk out now.
Well, maybe the Europeans are just more progressive, that's all.
Cool. I'm in favor of it. I really would like to clear some stuff out. Python has made, what, 2 or 3, if you count Python 3000, it's made 3 breaking changes now. And it's done a pretty reasonable job of that. So, maybe we can do something at least. Get rid of some of the content.
Hey, I'm alright from London. Alright, English.
Java in London.
Yes, that's right. Alright, the devil's advocate question. Should Scala equal Java.next?
Ooh, Scala equal Java.next.
What do you go first, then I'll go.
Does it really have to replace Java? I think they can live together in harmony. I love Scala, but I think it might be too complex of a language, the way it stands right now, to replace Java for every Java developer.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great language for us, and for a lot of us geeks that like to play with new languages and try new things out. I think we need to learn how to leverage object-oriented programming with functional programming and see where that goes. Nobody's really done that well yet, so I think it needs some evolution time.
In my case, I've been pondering this a great deal recently. One of the things that I'm working on at Navigenics is very functional in nature. And the Java ends up looking a bit, especially the standard Java looks up looking pretty ugly for parts of it. Lots and lots of loops inside of loops and selections going on. We've started using the Google Collections library because that gives you predicates and mapping functions, things like that, which helps. But I took a few of the classes and re-implemented in Scala, and it was amazing. I started on it. I got it down to about half the size of the classes to start with. Then I started applying some of the kind of higher level stuff in Scala, and in the end I had it down to 20% of the original size. Still passing the same unit test, which was pretty good. I showed the people at work and they got quite excited. They then said, can we use it, can we use it, can we use it? And I said, I think there are bigger issues right now that you need to consider before you do that. It's a tough thing to bet. It's a tough thing to bet the future of a company. Oh, how rude. Remember that?
Hey-ho!
Yeah, it's a tough thing to kind of make that decision, and believe me, I think I'm probably as enthusiastic as anyone. But it's not something that's on a purely technical level. You've got to think about where you're going to get people from to work in the language and stuff like that. On the other hand, I think that learning Scala right now is the best thing, or something like it is the best thing you can do. I think that a lot of the future is going to be very functional. We've seen a lot of that here. It'll help you understand things like fork join framework and stuff like that. So, you know, good thing. Wow, it's moving. Joe has fish swimming through his head. I always wondered what was going on in Joe's mind. Wow. Oh, iChat.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, iChat's definitely
Jobs.
Okay.
Yeah, just.
Lunch over there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one question. If we keep all these languages on the JVM, we still have the issue of the JSR and designing API and all these kind of things. When you look at the fork join and this kind of API, it starts to be more and more complicated to design clean and nice API in Java, especially if everybody is going to use it with Scala or anything else. So can we see a time that the GSR will be approved with the Scala API or something like that?
So this was a...
Is that Fred Simon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can tell from the voice.
This is kind of a theme that ran through the JVM Languages Summit that happened just recently was now that, you know, one of the things that languages that run on the JVM have an advantage of is they can use all the libraries of the JVM. He's messing with the filters.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the things that the JVM languages have as an advantage is messing. It's really hurting. Messing with the.
Hey, this is what you have to deal with. I have to deal with the lag, so you got to have something to mess with you.
It's very disturbing. You know, Tor looks kind of like
Wallace.
Actually, I was going to say it looks kind of like Scott McNeely, doesn't it?
Or puff up your cheeks. You look like Wallace and Drummond. Okay.
Come to think of it, I've never seen Tor and Scott McNeely in the same place at one time. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Alternative languages on the JVM get to use all the libraries of Java, but they don't necessarily get to use them really effectively, and you end up having to write wrappers.
Don't look, Dave, don't look. Keep talking.
I think maybe
Be serious, man.
maybe we need to take this one offline. Okay. This is a good opportunity to talk about the moderator site. Questions like that, if we don't get to them today or don't answer them to your satisfaction, if you go to tinyurl.com/Q for JavaPosse, it's questions for JavaPosse, Q number 4, you can enter the questions there and you can vote on them. So, yeah. But anyway, yes, I think it's about time we did see some libraries show up that are not written in Java. I think that is probably the next area for growth at the platform.
We're also at least including flavors or variations of libraries that are designed specifically for other languages, dynamic or functional aspects of, of an API.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. You told them about the Atlassian?
The Atlassian gear. Did anybody have the
Has anyone got the blue sticker? No. Okay. Well, there must be more beer around somewhere. So
the blue sticker? Yeah.
That can't be possible. There's beer that's not drinking it.
Okay.
We have a winner.
Okay. So go down to the Atlassian booth.
Yeah, and
get your Clova.
And we should. This is probably about time to do some thanks. We're sort of getting towards the end. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up, Joe?
It was been a pleasure to be here in Belgium. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself too. I'm going to go back to sleep after we hang up. And I'll probably work at some point today.
And anything Sol wants to say before we... there's some interpretive dance going on.
Tor, I'm channeling you.
Tor, type into the computer.
He doesn't type very fast.
He's typing. That's all I have to say about that.
All right, let's do some thanks.
Okay.
So let's make sure we don't miss anyone out. Yeah, down at the bottom. So Stefan Janssen, I don't know if he's here. He's probably running around. Oh no, he's there. Stefan, come down, man. Yeah. Come on, come down.
Yeah.
To bring her up as well, but I suspect she's manning the front desk as always.
She's the only one working.
Yeah, she's the only working.
Man, you guys put on a good show here. Really, it's fun and really good. There are things that I love about this conference much more than even Java 1. And Java 1's huge, but I mean, this is